Hi everyone, it's Raphael, and this is my new YouTube channel. Right away, I'm gonna ask you to subscribe, share, like, and comment on the video. Thank you for clicking on the video and watching this video so far. I hope you enjoy this video. This video, in the last video I created and I uploaded, I talked about me attempting to change my life in 6 months. It was the first part of the video. So this is really another part of that series where I'm talking about changing my life in 6 months, more specifically, what do I want? What's more towards the end game? What's the vision, right? So with that being said, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Physically, financially, relationship wise, let's talk about it. So physically, I want to have visible six-pack abs. I want to attempt to grow my hair back. Um, Financially, in the next 6 months, I'm not going to say it's not going to happen the way I want it to, but I just want to be on the right path to get there. I want to be eventually be able to make $10,000 plus dollars a month, and how it's a lot of money to me. I don't think I've ever made $10,000 in a month. I don't think, um, but I want to. You're wondering how do I want to create 10,000 that generate that kind of income, a stable income that lasts. That's not like a 1 month thing, whatever, right? So to generate $10,000 in a month, I want to create multiple streams of income. I think this is what I want to do. This has always been my dream, and I haven't really pursued it that much. I've dabbled with it, with music and stuff like that. I rap, I can write, I can rap, stuff like that. I'll upload some of my songs, or at least one. I'll upload something. So, um, I don't buy a bunch of different artist names, but I want to make different streams of income through music production, audio engineering, YouTube partnership, sharing my music on Apple Music, Spotify, music libraries, merchandise, features, um, performances, things of that nature. So I named 7 streams of income right there. Can I say them again? Audio engineering, music production, YouTube partnership, sharing my music on Apple Music, Spotify, music libraries, merchandise, features, promos, whatever, and then performances. So that's 7 right there. And then there's more out there. It just really depends on how creative you can be, how creative I can be from there. That's the life of a creator, an artist, an entrepreneur. I think that's a big part of the reason why I shaved my face earlier today. I'm not saying I'm going to keep it no beard and keep a clean face forever, the Peter Pan look, but I saw something that said like people with clean shaves on a consistent basis, they make 30% more sales on a consistent basis, something like that. It was something along those lines. I don't care if it's 1% more sales. I want the income. I want the revenue. I want the profit. So yeah, that's why I clean shave my face. And I'm not saying I'm gonna do that forever, but for now, I need to take advantage of every opportunity I can to make the sale, to get that subscribe, to get that play, to get that whatever, right? To make progress. I need a little success. I had a friend tell me one time, a little success brings more success. So with that being said, yeah, that's what I want to do to make money financially, is create money through music in the world of audio. Um, Quick background on that background on that really quick with me. I've done songs, I've written songs, I've audio engineered a little bit. I don't know anything about music production. I don't know how to make a beat. I have Free Loop Studio. I met some celebrities like Selena Gomez, who's a billionaire now, and that's really inspiring to me to think I've met a billionaire and that she's human and breathes the same air that I do. I took pictures with her and stuff like that. She's really cool. I met her at the Revival Tour over 10 years ago, I think now. June 4th, 2016. I remember the day, yeah. I had a big crush on her back in the day. Congratulations, she's married now. Okay, Machine Gun Kelly, I met him before the big beef. He's awesome. He's still awesome. And he was really nice. He's really chill. Mike Posner, Teddy Riley, Chad Hugo, Alessia Cara, super talented people, super nice people. And they're just like us. I met Alessia Cara in our pajamas. She was on set in her pajamas before the performance. I think I'm forgetting a couple names, but you get the idea. I met some celebrities, and it's inspiring to say the least. To say, hey, they breathe the same air we do. They're human. They put their pants on one leg at a time like we do. They're just super talented and probably work really hard. They do work. They don't probably. They do. They work really hard. I'm sure they do. It's not easy. It takes hard to perform, and they perform and stuff like that. So, yeah, you get the idea. Um, Relationship wise. So relationship wise, I'm not looking to get into a relationship in the next 6 months. If I do, that's great, you know. But as far as relationships, it's not all about like boom boom bang bang. It could be like a relationship, a better relationship with my dad, or better relationship with myself, or a better relationship with whoever, right? Like better relationship, period. Um, Better relationships, better quality relationships. Less this for that, less quid pro quo, and less just genuine connections. Unless it's just business, that's cool too. Like nothing weird, but like business is cool. But I had a friend once tell me that his motto was 99% friendship, 1% business. That's how he did his business, and that's cool too. Is that for me? I don't know yet, but I do want to fix relationships, even if they're just with myself. Better relationships, even if I can just fix the one with myself. Because right now I'm not happy with myself. So in case you want to know, what does he mean by that? Like, I don't have any money to my name. I I don't have any money to my name. I don't have a vehicle, my own vehicle, personal vehicle. I don't. I'm in debt. Typical stuff that shouldn't be so typical. I've made a lot of bad choices. I'm 37 years old. So I'm just trying to do better. Physically, I want visible six pack abs. I want to try to grow my hair back. Financially, I want to make $10,000 plus a month. Relationship wise, I want to at least fix the relationship with myself and be happy with myself. Is all that going to happen in the next 6 months? Possibly. But the big one that I don't expect to happen in the next 6 months, if I'm being honest, and I don't like the word realistic, but I'm being genuine, right? If I'm being authentic, I like those words better. If I'm being genuine, authentic, I don't expect to make over $10,000 a month every month in the next 6 months, but I expect to be on that path. If I can start generating $400 or $500 a month every month, or $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000, not think small, think big, in the next 6 months every month, then that's great. That's what I want. That's saying I'm on the right path. There's lots of money out there in music and audio. Music and audio is everywhere. I have a bachelor's degree in communication. I took a couple classes that were relevant to it. One was the music industry. I believe it was Dr. Tim Anderson that taught the class at Old Dominion University, where I graduated from in 2013. But he just talked about, I remember him saying, like, people use the bathroom and listen to music. There's a market for music. There's always going to be a market for music. It may change, but there's always going to be a market for it. And he's right. He was right. What he predicted, if you will, in the classroom was that it would eventually be like a utility bill, music, and it is now in 2026. It's a utility bill. We don't buy CDs anymore. We buy a streaming service. We pay a monthly fee so we can play as much music as we want. So creating that one hit single is cool and all, and it'll get you somewhere, but it doesn't go as far as it did before. People aren't going to buy a whole CD unless they're just a huge fan. But the masses aren't going to buy a huge CD for one single. They're going to stream the crap out of it on Apple Music or Spotify or Amazon Music. You get the idea. So it's a little different now. If you're in their hometown and you're performing, and they might buy your CD and they want you to sign it. You know, you get the idea. Or they just want to support you and buy your CD. That's cool too. That happens. Like Eminem, I've done that. You know, I bought one and my mom bought one when she was alive for me, Eminem CD, just because it wasn't necessary because it was on streaming services, but it was there. You get the idea. Do I believe I can do this? I'm gonna tell you a very brief story. I did Uber for about 3 years. I don't do it anymore. I got hit by a train. That's another story for another day. I survived. Came out without a scratch on me. The car was totaled, but I was fine. But while I was doing Uber, at one point, I was in Tennessee. And I was in, was it Nashville? Nashville? Yeah. Big music city, big music town. And this guy was just traveling through, and I was taking him to the airport. He said he performed. He said, check me out. I'd perform, I travel, I do music. And he was terrible. Really nice guy. Not so talented in music. That's my personal opinion, not a knock. Let's say this. There was plenty of room to grow. So with that being said, since there was plenty of room to grow, checked it out, and I was just like, how is he performing? How is he selling tickets? Like, it's not all about the talent anymore. It's about being relentless. And that's what I got to do. So again, I hope you subscribe, share, like, and comment on this video. I gave you a little glimpse of what I expect to do in the next 6 months to change my life. So I hope you'll be a part of that journey. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Later.